For many in the cattle business, even though they love being on the land, there's a need to have an off-farm job to provide benefits and additional income. Then the challenge becomes finding time in the early mornings, the late evenings, and on the weekends to get the cattle cared for and all the chores done. Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter takes us to Georgia for the story of one cattle producer who has become a master at balancing the demands of two different worlds.
In southeast Georgia, Blizzard Farms is now in the capable hands of David Blizzard, who's the third generation to work this land.
This farm has been called Blizzard Farms from my grandfather on down to me. My daddy started full-time farming, I believe, 1972. And he and my granddaddy were partners, and I was more or less a high school hired hand on the farm. I've got about 60 mama cows. I'm trying to get to 80 mama cows. My calving rate's usually around 90% a year. I usually use 3 to 4 bulls, and I alternate different breeds of bulls about every 3 years just to keep my crossbreeding in check.
In addition to caring for his cows, producing a hay crop, and growing sunflowers as a wildlife food plot, David has just wrapped up a full-time job as a rural mail carrier.
I have had for the last 35 years a full-time job off the farm. I'm approaching retirement. Actually, in 2 days I'll be officially retired from that. So I hope to be able to do this with a little less stress on me. And that's my plan. Raising cattle is enjoyable. After an agitating day of delivering mail and riding up and down the road, stopping 500 or 600 times a day, going out there around the cows in the afternoon or just before dark, and there's a lot of therapy out there. They seem relaxed, and it helps me relax and wind down a little bit as long as everything's going okay. I enjoy it.
Working to balance his off-farm job, David developed strategies that helped him get his farm work done as quickly and easily as possible.
Good grass grows good cows. If you can bale the hay in a timely manner, I cut my hay with a conditioner, and I've learned to ted it as quickly as I can get to it with the conditioner to get it spread out over the ground. I'm pretty much a one-man operation. My wife and children, they help me move equipment up and down the road a little bit. And that's one reason I've tried to keep new equipment, good equipment that I could depend on, that when I get ready to go to work, I don't have to spend that 2 hours in the afternoon working on it. I can take it and go ahead and be productive with it. Those are the challenges I had.
So the cattle industry in this area is majority of part-time producers, I would say. 90% of the guys that we deal with have full-time jobs still to help supplement their income. A lot of them have grown up on farms, family farms, passed down generation to generation. They're trying to keep that going throughout the family.
There's no doubt balancing an off-farm job can create time pressures and the potential for fatigue when it's time to tackle the farm work. Those challenges were part of the reason David decided to continue upgrading to newer, more comfortable tractors.
Both my cab tractors have air ride seats in them. They're very comfortable. Even if I've been sitting in them 4 or 5 hours, if I change the setting, I can change the backrest, change the armrest, change the softness of the firmness of the seat itself. And that's a little refreshing, you know, as I'm working. The tractor, the 5100R, is quick. You can turn around quick, back up to something quickly. The hydraulics are just great on it. The loader, that feather it a little bit, it'll pick a bale of hay up quick, or it'll drop it quick. You can dump it off quick. But it is very easy to feed hay with. I stand my bales up on end in the hay rings. You can pull up to a hay ring, get your net wrap off, and dump it right in there very easy and get away from it. Just a joy to run it. Especially since I've got 2 cab tractors now, I can put on pretty nice clothes and get in there and do what I want to do, and get out, and me and my wife go out and eat supper. I never have to take a shower or wash the dust off of it.
Beyond the tractors, David recently worked with his dealer, Ag Pro, in Milledgeville, Georgia, to step up his haying capacity by getting a new round baler as well.
So Mr. David was one of our very first customers when we came to town back in 2014. He's probably one of our first hay balers that we got out in the field. He was running an older baler, twine only, and we stopped and talked to him about the 469 balers with the net wrap option, which was a big deal for speed when you're in the field, getting done as quick as possible. We got in with him and was talking with him. And we were able to get that baler sold to him, and from there it kind of snowballed, I guess you could say. He's been one of our best and favorite customers to work with since we've been here in the last 4 years.
So I made the decision to buy a 469 with net wrap, and then I ran it 3 summers, and now I've just traded for this 460M silage, and thinking that maybe in the future I may want to get into haylage, but I have to take it one step at a time.
Still learning, still improving, and still working to make the family farm and his cow herd better each year, David Blizzard is excited to carry on a long family tradition in the job he truly enjoys.
I like baling hay. With these tractors and equipment, man, if you get in the field 40 or 50 acres in it, in 6 to 7 hours, you can go by and you look at all those bales you dropped off. That's a good feeling. You've had a productive day. And you know you got something to feed your cows through the winter. So, anyway, it's a good feeling.
At Blizzard Farms in southeast Georgia, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
If you'd like to learn more about how tractors and hay equipment from John Deere can bring value to your farm or ranch, visit the website johndeere.com. And don't forget, John Deere is adding more value to your NCBA membership by offering special discounts on riding lawn equipment, compact utility tractors, and much more. Deere is just one of many companies offering exclusive deals. Become a member today by calling 866-233-3872 or visiting the website ncba.org.